Take that, bitch.
Jordan Leer is the motherfucking man. He will fight you right where you stand.
Welcome to the Jordan Leer program, Fight Edition, with the Amiracle of comedy, Amir Khalil.
The one and only, the one that gets lyrical. It's Amir The Amiracle, baby.
Fuck yeah, from the Valley.
From the Valley, man.
Were you coming from the Valley today?
Yeah.
I was just guessing. I didn't even ask you. I was like, he's a Valley man. I met him in the Valley.
Yeah.
I know him as a Valley man, the Robin Hood himself.
Yeah.
And that's how I knew it'd take you about 30 minutes to get here.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he's probably coming from there at Google. I was like, all right, it's about 30 minutes from NoHo right now.
I love the Valley, even with the smog and all, man. It's just more relaxed than the LA area.
Yeah, it's chill. It gets hot, but it's got a chill vibe, compared to the hustle and bustle. Is that where you're like from? Is that where you grew up? Because you grew up in LA,
I didn't
right?
grow up, but I did spend half of my childhood in the Valley. I originally grew up in the PP, Pacific Palisades.
What?
The PP.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know you grew up in the PP. That's a nice place.
Yeah, man. I grew up in a nice
Nothing
place.
on the Valley, but the PP is a nice place.
You know what's crazy about the PP, man? Every white kid knows karate out there.
Yeah, they really do.
And I got my ass kicked multiple times in the PP.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, man.
What ages are we talking about?
Oh, man, I was there through my whole childhood, but then I started going to high school high school in the Valley.
Okay.
So that's where I spent like most of my time from then on.
The formative years, the middle school and elementary, was in the PP with them white boys. It's fucking. Did you take karate?
I did, man. I was terrible at it.
Really?
I once, when I was in my white belt, I went into the bathroom and I went to go change, and then I was in the stall and somebody turned the lights off when I was in there. Or no, it was one of those things on a timer, and so the timer went off and it was so pitch black. I actually got scared. And I started like screaming, "Ah! Somebody turn on the lights!"
Kind of a Mr. Miyagi test is that. The lights are out. Did you get beat up? Did you get bullied in there?
In that bathroom incident, no. Nobody messed with me then. But
chill.
I only lasted in karate for maybe like a year. I didn't take to it well.
What age was this?
Maybe like 8, around there.
8, you're in. Did you do some board breaking, do a little foot stomp action on the boards?
Nah.
You didn't even get that far?
Nah, I think it was just a way so my parents could just, do their own thing.
In and out. Yeah, I did that. I did karate. I got up to yellow belt, which was just like a year or something, and I was out too.
Yeah, I was a scared kid. I got bullied. I got punked. I got beat up. I've heard it all. I've seen it all. And
what was that? Did you not have like a crew growing up? I
had a friend named
a friend. One very single friend. One. Yeah. I know this one. One guy ever liked me. Everyone else thought I sucked.
Yeah, but the one guy who did like me, James Bell, shout out. He ain't in Cali, but he was like the one dude that would stand up for me. If somebody was bullying me and when we were in the same room, he would be like, "You want to fight somebody? Fight me." And then he would fight anybody. He was just a tough kid,
What like ages did you grow up with this dude? Your enforcer, your tag team buddy.
Yeah, we were friends through
this PP days.
PP days. This is like before junior high. This is all before junior high, because when junior high did kick in, we started to kind of go our own separate ways. And I still wasn't fighting. I was just starting to get funny in junior high, and I think that's when I started playing guitar in that time. So I kind of lost all that magnetism of bullying. Like, people just started to see me as kind of interesting.
Gotcha. You had to develop a personality, as they say.
Well, I had a really annoying laugh growing up. Really? I was called the hyena.
Is it gone? Because I don't know you as the hyena. It comes out. Okay.
Yeah, it's it's really
I know you as ooh yeah. Everyone does. The other day, me and Rick Rosario were waiting for you to go up in the litter box, and they go, Amir The Amiracle, Khalil, and we both go ooh yeah, and we looked at each other. We're like, because we didn't plan it or anything.
Yeah.
It's gotten it's like very pro wrestling. It's gotten over with the crowd, Me and Rishi always talk about the similarities of pro wrestling and comedy.
Oh man, yeah. Well, before you get to that, I don't know if it's gotten to the point where if it's like a joke on me or if it's just like people like saying it now.
Ooh yeah. I love it. I say anytime somebody has like a thing,
Yeah.
like Ian. Okay, you're probably like Ian Rooster. He goes with the Rooster thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I do it. It is a joke on him, but I'm also down.
Wait, what's the thing you guys do on him?
Well, no one else does it, but he's the Rooster, so I always go. I don't
To
know.
be a rooster means you're like an alpha male, so that's kind of like a ironic nickname to give him.
Rooster means cock. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Cockfights. That's a vicious sport.
Yeah.
So, did you take anything besides karate?
Yeah. So, in high school, in high school did I take anything? No.
Drugs.
Yeah.
Did you take drugs in high school?
Actually, no. I took karate and kung fu again in karate, and I did take drugs.
Which
Yeah.
drugs?
I'm
I'm going right past the MMA.
Yeah,
to
we'll
the
get back to the
drugs.
fighting thing. Like I started off with
Here's what you
marijuana
wanna
when I was
know.
12.
Holy shit balls.
Yeah. So,
Fuck. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that was what got me going. Cigarettes and marijuana, and then it grew into drinking beer, stealing beer, alcohol wherever I could.
You always been a simple beer man, right?
I mean, at the time, I just whatever I could steal.
Whatever you could steal.
Yeah, like like if like we went to somebody's house and their parents had beer.
Yeah, that old thing.
You know, my dad had a liquor cabinet. We would steal that shit.
Good steady diet of beer.
Yeah, and we were like 14. just
So you
getting
did basic
shit-faced.
kid drugs. No, it wasn't like Euphoria. It wasn't like you were fucking popping Molly.
Nah, we were just like having fun.
Yeah.
And like, when you first start smoking weed, it's really new and exciting to be high.
Yeah.
Like now as an adult, it's like
Something you turn to now. Now it's something to solve your problems. Before it was like, wow. Now it's like, I think I need it.
Yeah. Yeah, when I have too many problems, I'm like, maybe I should smoke so I can stop thinking for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Kung Fu. So you took Kung Fu.
I took Kung Fu at this one dojo in the PP, and it was all right. I didn't move far. I think I made it to yellow belt, and then like one of the teachers was this big 6'5", massive white dude, and he'd be like, "Amir, your ride's not here yet?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "All right, we're gonna spar," and then we'd spar. But then he'd always put me in a grappling position, and then when he was on top of me, I couldn't get off, and on top of that, he kept tickling me.
Oh, so he was a fucking creep.
Yeah, he was a creep.
Oh.
And I'm like, why are you tickling me? And then finally, like, when I would get out and then I would leave feeling like slightly like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I just got tickled by my Kung Fu master.
So
yeah, I quit.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. A lot of people would say some of the principles of Kung Fu are bullshit, including tickling someone that is like a minor, you fucking creep.
You're right. I was a minor.
Even worse. Is your ride here yet? Because I want to have a tickle fight. You're like, oh, wow, this Kung Fu class inspired me to get a gun. Come back and kill you. No, instead of that, a knife. I'm going to chop off your dick, asshole.
Yeah. I wasn't even a good-looking kid at that point. I had an afro.
So you were flattered.
I had a huge acne problem at the time. I mean, sure, I had a nice slim body, but, it's like, come on, man. Like, why?
So you just ended it.
I stopped going. I didn't like it anymore. I didn't want to be tickled waiting on my parents to show up.
So that's how Kung Fu ended.
Yeah, Kung Fu was whack.
Made it to yellow belt. Tickle took you out.
Tickle took me out. And then I didn't get into martial arts again until college. And there was an Aikido class. And I was like, oh, I'll try that.
Aikido, is that kind of like karate? They wear a gi, right?
Yeah, it's similar like that. It's very structured, and it's more on like using somebody else's body movement against them, and and holds and bends and stuff like that. Not so much punching.
A lot of more grappling based.
Yeah, but not to the ground grappling. More
On your
like,
feet.
Yeah, like Steven Seagal style. That's what Aikido mostly is.
Is that what Kung Fu has a little bit? in it too a little bit. Wub, I talked to Wub about it. He did a little kung fu in the day, and just in like grabbing. It's all standing, but a lot of grabbing moves, like grabbing your elbows and shit, and moving position. Did you do anything that, or is it just tickling that you remember? I'm like, he didn't cover any of that.
And the kung fu, I just remember being traumatized by the tickles. In Aikido, I remember goofing off, and the teacher would put me in a corner and make me watch.
You were the dickhead kid. You're the one like wanted to play with Pokemon or some shit.
I don't know, man. I just didn't listen. I guess he just felt like I was goof, so I just got punished.
But did you have to do push-ups in your punishment, or is it just like?
Nah, just sit there and watch. It was a college class. It wasn't that serious.
Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't realize that was a college class. I switched gears there. I pictured you being like a little kid and dicking off, and now I'm like, oh, this is almost adult Amir.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Mr. Comedian.
Yeah. Yep.
Any other classes? Any other formal training?
Yeah. So after Aikido, I didn't take anything for years, and then not until stand-up comedy days, I met somebody who's a trained killer. We all know him.
What's his fucking name?
I've been training with Mike Muratori for the last couple of years.
The murderer of comedy does martial arts?
Not only does martial arts, he knows how to do multiple kinds of martial arts.
Really?
And he's really fucking strong.
Really? Muratori?
Oh, yeah.
I would not have expected him to do anything athletic. That's how the martial artist catches you by surprise.
Yeah. That's why he's been in so many fights, because people look at him as like a short guy, but he's really fucking violent.
I need to have him on. I need to have him on. I love that guy.
He'd be a great guest for
Oh, my God. I didn't realize he was into fighting. I just thought he talked shit.
No,
which I know he does very well.
He backs it up.
I mean, I didn't think he was afraid of fighting, but I didn't know he was like formally trained.
Oh, yeah. The stories he has will put anybody to shame.
Jesus.
Yeah, so mostly our sessions would be in the park, and it would be like him putting me in a chokehold, fucking me up, be like, all right, that's $30. Give me my money.
Oh,
pay me. It's mostly just me being punished. But seriously, it was fun, man. Like I still see him like once a month.
Yeah, I see him. I see him randomly. Like I saw him at that fountain mic over on Los Feliz or whatever they've been doing.
Yeah, he still hits some mics. He's a busy guy.
He's a valley guy.
He's a valley guy. He lives deep in Canoga somewhere now.
You'll see Muratori. You'll see some old guy named Perry.
Yeah.
You might see Kyle Christ come in. You might see who the fuck is that fucking guy that ran Liquid Zoo? Ron Swallows. You might see Ron. These are some valley names, boys. Might see Ryan Talmo if you dig deep enough. Okay.
Oh yeah.
This is the valley.
Talmo is the valley. Yeah.
If you look hard enough, you'll find the ghost of Bombo. Oh, names like that. I know the valley, son. Okay. I know I look 17, but I know people. That is funny as shit. Okay.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Bombo? Bombo was the best. That was Mikey's friend. I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah.
I was alive. Okay. So, do you remember the first fight you ever got in? And I mean, it doesn't even have to be a punch thrown. It could be kids shoving each other,
Yeah. The earliest fights was just wrestling. Me and my cousin Jerome.
Oh, I knew his cousins are brothers.
Yeah, we would rough each other up real bad. Me, him, and even his sister Jessica. We would all just get in a huge wrestling fight. We would mess each other up bad. That was like my training, and I never used that in real fights. I don't know why. I should have. Jerome went on to be a really good fighter, and he would beat up kids all the time. He went on to have like a very confident life in fighting.
Really?
Me, I went on to losing almost everything and losing all my confidence. If I won all those fights I was in growing up, I probably wouldn't even be a comedian these days, man.
Really? That's what it is.
Yeah.
You had to develop the personality.
I think I did. I was out there laughing like a hyena. Like.
I've only heard you do that when you imitate like girls in your act. I think that's where the hyena laugh goes. Yeah. Dude, that's funny. So wrestling, do you watch fighting much? Do you watch UFC or anything?
From time to time.
Wrestling is where it's at.
I like wrestling.
You know, I mean, dominantly over the years, all the early champions, and you know, I mean, badass strikers win titles. Don't get me wrong, but ultimately, guys, if you don't know how to wrestle, like you're just fucked, man. And it's funny. That's what you do when you're a little kid. You wrestle with your cousins and your brothers or sisters. And girls, you don't have like the upper hand strength wise over girls yet either. So it's like girls are and you know girls are more flexible, so they're in some ways better, way better actually. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, when you're young, you're still flexible. Like, you wrestle now while we're adults, it's easy to break a bone so quick.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody puts you in an arm bar and you're done.
Do you remember the first fight you got in with someone outside your family?
Yeah.
Tell me, baby.
All right, I'm really trying to think about this because a lot of them were very short. When I was, I think maybe in like second grade, first or second grade,
right?
Some kid threw a brick at my face.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, and
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so
that's way too young to have something thrown at your face.
Yeah, he was. I don't even remember who it was. I don't remember how it happened. I just remember one day. I just remember like my mom picked me up from school, and my eye was jacked up, and
it was in school. They threw it.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Where did he find a brick? Did you bring it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I should have ducked. That's all I know.
Did he might have been trying to hit somebody else. It was like out on the playground.
Yeah.
You're out there chilling. All of a sudden, a brick hits your face.
I don't know, man. Like my school, I went to this small school called Marquez, and it was like there was like sections. Like the white kids were here and the black kids were there, and so when I would go hang out with the black kids, that's when I got a brick thrown in my eye. There was just something about me. They were just like, nah, you don't belong here.
yes, I see.
And so,
because you're half black and you're half Indian,
Middle Eastern, like Lebanese and
Lebanese and half black.
Mm-hmm.
You beat that shit up and you blow that shit up.
Click, kaboom, baby.
Yeah, you toss a little Richie the C on that.
Kaboom.
That's another Valley fucking name. Jesus
Richie.
Christ, that's good. So you hang out with the black kids, and so it was a black kid that threw the brick at you.
I think so.
That's why you're a Republican now.
Not true. Not
you
a
and Chris Rubio. Chris is though.
Yeah. Chris has transitioned from Democrat to Republican hardcore over this last year.
Shout out, Chris.
Me, I'm not transitioning. I'm just aware of both sides now, so I don't claim to be one. But I'm still not voting for Trump.
Amir's just cool. All right. A brick threw at your face. Do you know the kid that threw it? Did he get in trouble, or what? Did he get away with it?
You know, like that brick hit me so hard, I don't remember a damn thing, man.
Really?
Like I woke up one day on the bus and like something hit, like my head was on the window, and I woke up and I was like, I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh wait, there's a scar. And I had this it's still here. I forget which eye it is, but I had like this deep cut scar right next to my eye where it hit me, and then like I had like a little bit of recollection, and then I forgot it again.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's not so much a fight. That's an assault, brother.
Yeah.
You got assaulted.
I was victimized.
And you don't even. You just had to go back to school thinking like, oh, hey, hopefully.
My mom put me in private school after that. She was just like, all right, you're gonna go to Catholic school. No more fights for you there.
Jeez.
And I didn't get in any fights in that next school. Not till high school. Was like, no, I take that back.
Okay.
I had kids try to pick on me over the years, but it didn't. Soccer practice.
Was it usually the race thing?
Yeah. So like white kids love to fucking chase me, call me nigger boy and stuff like that, and so after soccer practice, like a group of them jumped me. And I got cleats to my face on the ground, just stomping my face into the grass. And I couldn't fight back. I didn't have the skills. I wasn't good. And
when you got a pack of dudes on you too, fuck.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Once again, a miracle got destroyed, beat down.
Sounds like it would be the best movie ever, honestly. Dude, fuck, cleated hard.
Yeah.
Did not, and it's funny because these are Cali kids. Like, you picture like racist kids in like Arkansas or something. You don't picture it in Cali.
Mm.
Not in the movie.
I'm old, man. I grew up. This is all in the 80s and the 90s. So
Right.
like, yeah, it doesn't matter what town you're in. If it's one race, whatever race it is, they're gonna be have some type of feeling about you, whatever you are. And it probably didn't help that I told people I was white up until I was 8 years old too.
Really?
Yeah,
You just feel that you're like it'll be easier.
I just thought I didn't know what race was.
Right.
And like my dad always said he was white. Like I'm white. So I was like,
your parents
are
are lying to you about your hair.
I'm white.
It's like it's white. Don't worry about it. Just say
Yeah.
that. It'll be easier.
I said it in front of black people, white people, and white people did not like it. Black people laughed at me. White people thought I was mocking them. They're like, trying to make fun of us?
Fuck, dude.
So
So
that's
everyone wanted to kick your ass.
I had an annoying laugh. I told white people I was white, so
Mhm.
I got my ass kicked. And then fast forward to high school, like sophomore year. That was where I actually finally started to stand up for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Verbally first, or did you start like fighting people?
It was.
Do you remember the moment? Do you remember the altercation?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there was a friend of mine in school. We used to smoke weed together on a certain hill outside of the high school.
Okay.
And we came down. We were back at the school parking lot. And so my friend, he pulls up in a car with 3 other dudes. And one of them in the back seat just starts yelling like, "Hey, nigger boy, where you? Give me my lighter back, nigger boy."
Ooh.
And I was like, I got mad. I got real mad. So I went over and I started kicking the car. I was like, "Get out, bitch. I'm going to fuck you up." And then my friend who's driving, he's like, "Stop kicking my car."
Yeah.
I was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, fuck you too. You're an accomplice to the crime, bro.
Yeah.
You're supporting him in his actions.
Yeah, and then right when shit was about to get real, the dean came out. He was like a big, scary dude. He's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And he started yelling, and he told us to like, separate and stop and everything. And I was like, and like in my mind, I was like, all right, this ain't over, And so the next day in school, the kid that was the driver, who was my friend,
Yeah.
and like we confronted each other about it.
It's like we got to talk about this.
Yeah, he was like, "Fine, you want to fight?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to fight, bitch." So we met up on our same hill where we always smoked weed, and we started boxing. And he was better than me. He was better. He got the first 2 hits on me. And
Did you guys say no grappling, or was it just kind of the?
No, we didn't have no rules. We just.
Because I'd be like, I'm taking this to the ground, but you're boxing.
I had no strategy going into it.
Yeah.
I just thought I was just gonna punch him in the face a few times and it would be done.
When you're so young, you don't even know what to. You just seen it in movies. Like you don't know what's gonna happen.
I didn't train.
Yeah.
I had nothing in my mind of like how I was gonna handle this fight. And he came out the gate swinging, hit me 2 times in the head, and then I woke up like, all right. So then I started boxing back. I got him in a headlock. I punched him in the nose. Then we were like still boxing and missing each other for like another like 10, 15 minutes. And then we just both got really tired. And then I'm like, I'm out of breath, and he's like, "I'm tired." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm tired too." He's like, "You want to stop?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's just stop, man." So we stopped, and then we kind of like hugged it out, and we drank some Gatorade. And then I went to school the next day. No, first I went home that night, and I had a ice pea, frozen peas on my face. My mom comes home, and I'm like, "Mom, I got in a fight," and she screams at the look in my face. I had 2 gigantic black eyes, and one of them was cut open underneath. Like my face was destroyed from this fight, and she's like, "Oh!" Then she freaked out, and then of course I went to another school after that. I started going somewhere else. But before I got transferred to another school, I went to school like the next day looking all fucked up. And then the other kid, he wore makeup because I punched his nose, so he had like a swollen nose. He tried to cover it up.
Oh, fuck.
And I just...
His mom helped him out.
Maybe, yeah.
Must have. Who else helps you with the makeup? Did he know
Yeah.
how to do it? I don't know.
I don't know. Like, he cared more than I did. And
Cared more than I did.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it. I look like I got in a fight. Whatever. Everybody thought I got jumped into the Crips. at that
Oh,
point.
really?
Yeah, everybody thought I was a gang member. I was already wearing baggy clothes. You
Really?
know, and I was already hanging out with gang members in Santa Monica. So, yeah, people just assumed it. But I was like, nah, I just got my ass kicked.
Just got my. But you, it wasn't like you lost. You guys
Yeah.
fought to a draw, and it was one of those. Honestly, those fights when I watch them on UFC, they make me cry sometimes when
Yeah.
they have so much beef and then they hug it out after.
Yeah.
They work it out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it just looked like I lost the fight because my face looked so much worse.
It's part of scoring a fight. Definitely is the damage. So maybe there's
Yeah.
something there. But
Yeah.
given that he verbally conceded, I think it is a draw. I don't think that's a
Yeah.
loss for the Amiracle.
I didn't feel good about it. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes I think about it, and I'm like, man, I would like to have like a rematch of that fight.
Get
But-
that one back.
Yeah, but I don't know where that kid is. I try not to spend too much of my time thinking about vengeance because I go there sometimes. I go to dark places where I think about people that have done me wrong or beat me up, and I'm like, I'm older now. I got a gun. I can do things now.
He does. I've seen it. I held it.
Yeah.
I held the gun.
Cacao.
I held it. We all passed it around actually.
Yeah.
And there's the tickle monster guy.
Tickle monster guy. I don't hate him. I just thought that was. Super
I hate
creepy.
him. I kind of want to kill that guy. I wouldn't mind killing him. Let's go kill him.
He's probably dead by now. It's like he's
go
at
kill
least
him.
20 years older than me.
He done.
Yeah.
He's all tickled out.
There was one victory I did have. I kind of skipped over. I was on the bus, and I was 13, 14. I was at that time where I was starting to stand up for myself. And these two little kids, probably at my old junior high, that's who they were still in junior high. They were from Holland, and they had like a little short Eminem blonde hair, and they were twins. And they just started calling me nigger while I was sitting in the back of the
Jesus.
bus.
It just keeps going back to that.
Yeah, they just kept teasing me, calling me nigger, this, that, and all that. And then I was like, I got fed up, and I kicked one in the balls. I got up, and I was like, fuck you, bam. And then the other one was like, ah, and I kicked him in the balls, right? So they were both on the bus just crying because they just got their balls caved in.
Jesus.
And then I was like, yeah, you little bitches, watch what you say to me. And
I'm the
then
Amiracle.
nobody stopped anything. Nobody did anything. I go home. I start getting phone calls from the neighborhood like, hey, we heard what happened. We're really sorry that they treated you like that, Amir.
Fuck,
Oh
man,
my-
the audacity. I grew up in what I consider to be kind of not kind of. No. It's a racist town.
Yeah.
And the kids weren't like very too racist. I mean, they are now.
Yeah.
But they didn't even have the audacity to drop the N-bombs. I remember once these kids, they called this one black kid Jamal. They were calling him Jamal a lot, and no one felt good about that.
Yeah.
But that was a bad kid, too. He didn't even drop the... These fucking California kids are way too fucking arrogant, dude. That's fucking... I'm sorry.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like, even in the nice neighborhoods in California.
I think
they-
especially in there, it sounds like...
Well, I would
'Cause I
drive...
grew up with, like, poor kids.
Well, no, the poor kids and rich kids are just the same when it comes to racial. I would drive by these walls, and it was during the OJ trial days,
Uh-huh.
and people were posting up like, OJ is a nigger, fuck him, he deserves to go to jail, and Nazi signs, and it was spray painted on walls.
real
and they would just
race
stay
war
there.
time in
And I would
LA.
drive by these walls like, what the fuck? Like I started, like, when I started to realize I wasn't white, and I was what I am, and like I started to get really mad, like, just at the world, and I got black militant, and I started to hate white people, and like it put me through all these emotions,
Fuck.
and then like it took me a while to get over that, you know, and then
Yeah, when you have cleats shoved in your face, that's a
Yeah.
little rough. Consistently.
I do have one more fight.
Oh fuck
thing that
yeah!
happened.
Hell yeah!
I was going to a liquor store with my girlfriend about 7 years ago.
Ooh, this is a time that I probably was just meeting you.
Yeah, that was the beginning of my comedy career.
I'm guessing this is in the valley.
No, this is in Culver City now.
Oh!
I used to live on the west side in Culver City for
I've been
for about
there.
a while when I first met my girlfriend. So we were dating, and I took her to a liquor store, and I said, "Hey, just wait in the car. I'm gonna grab." While I'm in there, I hear her screaming like, "Ah!" I put the liquor down. the guy behind the bar, he's like, what? And then we both run out. There's a 6'5" white dude pulling the door open and grabbing her, trying to pull her out of my car. And I'm like, whoa, I immediately go into action, right? Like my mind is like, Amir, you got to act. You got to do something.
Yeah.
And so and I was dressed up. I had a nice leather jacket on, my jeans. And I was just like, all right, here we go. I'm about to battle this huge motherfucker, right? And so I was like, hey, motherfucker. And I run up to him and I pushed him really hard. And he backs up. And then I look at her. I'm like, you okay? She's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, close the door. And then he's all wobbly. And he looks at me. He's like, hey, man, what's your problem, bro? And I was like, you cracked out, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And so I just went for it. I went boom, and I went for the hook, and I hit him in the face. His glasses went flying.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I felt good about it. He falls to the ground. He's like, oh, man, why'd you do that? Oh. And I was just thinking about jumping on him and just pummeling him, right?
Oh, my God.
And then I looked up, and there was a police station right across the street, Culver City Police. And this is right off of Centinela.
Yeah, okay.
And I was just like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I won. The dude is cracked out. Let me get my girl and get the fuck out of here. And we did. Like I got kind of nervous that it could have escalated too far, and
Wow.
I could have gotten in trouble. Like just for the police to show up and just to see like a brother like me jumping on a white dude, it wouldn't look good.
Yeah, it
So-
could have got misconstrued.
Mhm.
You could have hurt him.
I could have heard.
And then he could have lawyered up, and then it'd been a thing.
Yeah.
You know, or a lawyer finds him, ambulance chasers and shit.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, that's the main thing about fighting is that you never know. You could hit someone that fucking knock their head out on the curb, and they're out, and then it's
Yeah.
like, holy shit, I just like attempted murder.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fighting, no good. No good. No good.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's
Yeah.
funny, but it's no good. It's not good.
I would prefer to fight somebody in a way where I could disable them and have them want to just quit. Like I don't want to
Disable, like handicap.
if
like-
necessary, like break their arm or their leg. But like I don't want them to like take it to a point where I have to kill them.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the last thing I want. I don't want to kill anybody.
The that must have turned your chick on a lot. She must have thought
Oh,
that was
she
pretty hot.
Oh, we had the best sex ever. That
I
night.
bet. She's like, he really did.
Yeah, my respect in that relationship went up so high for like a good month.
Yeah.
She was telling everybody our victory. That was the first time I felt like I really won a fight. That's what I was like, this is what it feels like. Man, if I only just won all these other fights growing up, man, I wouldn't be such a bitch now. You know, but like,
Was that your last fight though?
yeah, man.
Well, that's good because you had a win.
Yeah, I ended on
You
win.
That's the way you walk out of the game because if you go out on a loss, you always wonder. But you
Yeah.
won. You won.
Damn.
Even those guys that go out like Anderson Silva,
Mhm.
he beat everyone forever.
Yeah.
His last fight was a loss.
Oh no.
He can't have that. It doesn't
No.
matter that he had the complete opposite career as you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he won all of his fights. You lost all
Did
yours.
he come back after the loss?
He's still gonna. He's gonna because he lost. He can't leave it like that.
Okay,
You
good.
can. You can walk away this game. You can walk away from this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, you don't want to end on a loss. That's like bombing at an open mic or a show. It's
Yeah,
like,
I do
you
one
got to
more.
redeem yourself.
Fuck, man. I'm proud of you and your journey.
Thanks, man. Hey.
I don't think I don't think you're a person that gets bullied in the scene. I don't see you as that at all. You know.
No, I mean I've had comics test me,
And yeah,
know.
and everyone gets tested.
but it's never gotten to a point where I had to fist fight anybody.
But I feel like people
Yeah.
respect you. They're like, oh, go to Amir's thing. Amir's here. Let's put Amir up. Yo,
Oh, that's
Amir's
nice of
good
you to say.
people. I feel that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I have friends that are
Validating
kind of
to
like pussies about shit.
hear.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But Rishi, he's a pussy. We went to Ben Hurwitz's mic the other week.
Yeah.
And like we missed the sign up, and I was like, Ben will put it. Come on, we know we're like best friend. Come on,
Sure.
Ben will put us up.
Yeah.
And Rishi too, he's like, I just can't ask about that shit. And it's like, ask Ben Hurwitz. He's like homeless. You can ask him. You can ask Ben. You know?
I get it. Sometimes it's hard to ask.
But I'm like
if you
him,
don't-
too.
If you
That's
don't
it.
ask, you don't know.
But we don't. Yeah.
It's always worth to ask.
Be a pussy. See, get it, man. Maybe I should have lost more fights. I'd be better at getting booked in comedy.
I guess you won a lot of fights, huh?
No, not necessarily. No, not necessarily. I haven't had that many fights. I've had a couple like little like kid altercations, and I guess I've really had like one sort of
Did you
street
say
fight.
kid altercation?
Yeah. That doesn't sound good at all.
You're an adult.
No. I was a kid. I was a kid. I pulled some kid's hair. He punched me.
Yeah.
But there was like one fight in college that I got like knocked out. I for sure lost that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got knocked out.
Yeah. I like walked up on a kid. And he's like making fun of me. I was like, "Fuck you, mother!" And he's like, that was a loss. It was a big loss. That was a big loss.
That's an L.
And then I had like I had an amateur MMA fight, and I won. But
you won that.
Yeah.
Nice. Was
So
there a lot of grappling in that one?
Yeah. I didn't even get punched. I think I kicked his leg once, and I took him down, and I armbarred him, and he tapped out.
Wow. So you trained for that, huh?
Yeah.
Are you still training?
No, because I go to the open mic dojo, baby. No, I don't. I love it. It's just, dude, if I was going to shell out any money, it's for an acting class or
If
open
somebody
mics
was
or
going to
shit.
attack you now, what would be your angle as far as, like, would you want to defuse it or would you take on the fight or what?
I'd diffuse it in any way possible, but that might be having to take them to the ground and choke them out.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
I would in most situations, because I go running around here and there's crazy people.
Yeah.
And my number one thought is I'm already running, so I can
Yeah.
just keep running. Yeah. But if I'm with someone, like if I'm with a girl, I think about it a lot. About like, okay, I might have to fight this guy because whatever.
What's scary about fighting you is that you have the stamina to run around long enough to tire out your opponent.
Totally.
Yeah.
I can just run away from these motherfuckers.
Yeah, you can just dance circles around these guys, let them rope-a-dope their ass.
Yeah.
Because, like, guys like me, like, I don't have, like, a lot of stamina. I have bad lungs. So, like, I need a fight to be over in a minute or two. Quicker the better. But if somebody's going to fight me, the hooks, uppercuts, the leg breaks, I'm going for anything I can. Like, the way Mike has trained me to fight, like, he's trained me to, like, destroy a person's body. Like, I am ready to take on any part of that body and twist it and break it. I love what he's taught me. And now, like, if somebody does beat me up, if they don't kill me, I got a gun. So I always have that backup.
Is it in the case?
No.
Oh.
I didn't think I would need
It's
it.
at Carl's Jr. It's at the Carl's Jr. parking lot right now.
It is. They better not tow my shit.
I hope not. All right, man. Well, I feel like we covered the fights and that. You say you got a song?
I did. I wrote you a song.
Yeah, let's
man.
hear it. Let's fucking jam.
Yeah. Jordan Leer is the motherfucking man. He will fight you right where you stand. Yeah, I've seen him shit just like a caveman. He could be casted as a goddamn Tarzan. We all had a shitty year, but not for Jordan motherfucking Leer. No. On his podcast, he appears. The rooftop mic is his Hollywood career. In Hebrew, Jordan means flowing down.
Ooh, yeah.
Just like the girls in Koreatown.
Koreatown, baby.
The Jordan name can be for a boy or a clown.
Oh, yeah.
But you step up. The Jordan name can be for a boy or a clown. But step up, Jordan, we'll beat you down. Beat you down. Beat you down. Beat you down.
If you were a fighter, what would your entrance music be?
Oh, glad you asked me that. If I was a fighter, my entrance song would be Cult of Personality by Living Color.
Holy shit. Look in my eyes.
What do you see?
The Cult of Personality. That's CM Punk's walkout music for WWE.
Is it?
Yeah, dude. It always is. And in UFC when he fought, too. All the shit.
Man, I thought I was original for a second.
All right. Well, that's good. That's the podcast.